November 23rd, 2018. A young man named Matthieu Tordeur leaves France to embark on a mission to ski across Antarctica to the South Pole, alone and unassisted. 51 days and 1150 kilometers later, in freezing temperatures as low as minus 37 degrees Celsius, Matthieu successfully becomes the first Frenchman and the youngest explorer to ever ski to the South Pole, setting a world record in the process. Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and today we are taking a look at the watch this young thrill seeker had on his wrist during his Antarctic expedition, the Charlie Paris Concordia. A robust yet elegant dive watch that was developed especially to meet the unique specifications required to withstand the elements on such an extreme adventure. This watch was kindly sent to the channel for free to review from the company, and I do get to keep it. That does not mean it's going to affect my review, and just like always, you can be sure you are going to get my own honest opinion of this watch, including what I like about it and what I think could have been done differently. Charlie Paris is a brand I didn't know before, I have to admit. It was founded in 2014 by two childhood friends fascinated by watchmaking. Their goal was to make high-quality watches that will be a solid alternative to some of the luxury watches they always dreamed about, but couldn't afford. Their watches are designed and assembled in France by their team of a dozen watch enthusiasts. The Concordia goes for 695 euros, roughly $796 on the Charlie Paris website, making it the most expensive watch to ever be featured on this channel called My Affordable Watch Collection. So for me, it's very interesting to see what you can get when you stretch your budget a little more. It is available in either black or blue colorways, with different straps or bracelets which add to the price. This is what you get with the watch. The entire packaging is made of recycled materials that can be recycled again. You get a branded box with a collapsing wall and a hinge lid. The watch sits comfortably on a cushion inside, and you also get a 2-year warranty card and an instruction manual in both English and French. If you order an extra strap, you'll get it in a cute little canvas bag. Let's get the measurements. The width of the case is 40 mm. Its thickness is 12.4, including the slightly protruding crystal. The distance between the lugs is 20 mm. Lug tip to lug tip 47.3 mm. And on the supplied canvas strap, the watch weighs 86 grams. It is water resistant to a depth of 300 meters, which makes it a proper dive watch. The dial is navy blue with a matte finish. There's a white printed mini track around the edge of the dial, and a set of applied indices after that. These are highly polished and filled with lume, circles on most hours, and batons at the 3 and 9. There's no indice marking the 6 o'clock position. Instead, we find a rectangular date complication window with a beveled edge, a white date wheel, and black numbers. At the 12 o'clock position, we have the brand's logo printed in white, a stork in flight, which actually represents one of the brand's core values of freedom. Charlie, Paris are printed below the logo. Above the date window at the 6, we find the model's name, Concordia, in white, and automatic 300 atmospheres or 300 meters, printed in a brilliant pop of red color. The watch is equipped with faceted, narrow-based pencil-style hour and minute hands, and a pedal-shaped seconds hand. All three hands are highly polished and filled with lume on their centers. The bezel is made of stainless steel and has a slim coin edge for perfect grip. It houses a thin, navy blue-colored anodized aluminum dive-time bezel insert with lines marking the even minutes and numbers marking the odds. The 12 o'clock position is marked with a downwards facing triangle. This is a 120-click unidirectional bezel. The ratchet in action is precise and crisp, with absolutely no freedom or backplay. The alignment is also spot on. The Lume is really good. The hands and indices are packed full with my personal favorite C3 Superluminova Lume compound that emits a strong and steady green light that should last for a few hours. The only thing that is missing here is any sort of lume on the bezel, and that detracts from its actual underwater capability. You can't really time your dive if you can't see which way the bezel is pointing. Covering the dial is a 3mm thick, single-domed and scratch-resistant sapphire crystal. It creates a slight magnification effect to the dial and vintage-style distortion when you look at the watch from different angles. It is treated to some blue-tinted anti-reflective coating to help with outdoors visibility. The case is made of 316L stainless steel. It is polished on most of its surfaces and brushed to a satin-like finish on the tops of the lugs. The lugs curve down in a manner that will help the watch conform well to the wrist. The quality of finishing seems to be very good. On the 3 o'clock position, we have a uniquely designed and oversized screw-down crown. It tapers down slightly towards its tip, has some knurlings to help you grip it, a blue aluminum insert running across its center for decoration, and an engraved grid design. Screw it out and twist up to hand wind the movement. Pull it out one click to change the date, and again to set the time. Notice how the second hand stops sweeping. That is referred to as hacking. The solid stainless steel case back screws down too and has a cool design of Antarctica and the South Pole laser engraved onto it, commemorating the history of the Concordia. Objectif Pôle Sud, Expedition Antarctic, is also engraved in the center, and around the edge, Made in France, Expedition, 30 atmospheres, 300 meters, the watch's serial number, calibre Swiss, and movement STP-1-11. The Concordia is indeed powered by Swiss-made STP-1-11. This is a high-bit automatic movement made by Swiss Technology Production, or STP, a part of the Fossil Group. Just like the more common Sellita SW200, it is based off the ETA 2824-2. It has 26 joules and it beats at 28,800 beats per hour. That makes the second hand sweep smoothly at 8 ticks per second. It has 44 hours of power reserve, hacking and hand winding, and its stated accuracy is between 0 to plus 15 seconds per day. This specific one runs at a constant rate of plus 6 seconds per day, according to my tests with the Watch Accuracy Meter app. This movement utilizes an Inca block shock protection system, which protects it against drops and blows. There's also an anti-magnetic shield protecting the movement, which meets the ISO 764 standard. My Concordia came on this navy blue canvas strap. It is simple, yet seems to be nicely made of thick material, strong stitches, and heat sealing on the edge and holes. It features quick release spring bars that will help you take it off and put it back on without any tools, and a non-signed polished stainless steel buckle. Charlie Paris also sent me this brown leather strap. It is thin and limber with some nice stitchings, and it too has quick release spring bars and a similar polished and unmarked buckle. Here it is on wrist with the blue canvas strap. I really like that blue on blue look and that strong vintage vibe. I also really like how it wears and how it looks on my 7-inch wrist. I think the proportions here are great, and I think it will fit a variety of different wrist sizes, both smaller and larger than mine. Legibility is very good. The light-colored hands and indices contrast well against the dark-colored dial, and the anti-reflective coating helps toning down the glare when facing a direct light source. The Concordia is also available on an oyster style bracelet, and I think it will look amazing on one. But look how awesome it looks on this Strapsco Beads of Rice bracelet. I think it complements the vintage aesthetics very well. And here is another very cool combo on a matching colors elastic Marine Nationale style strap. Also extremely good looking. Overall, I think it pairs nicely with a variety of different straps, including the brown leather one from Charlie Paris, which is really quite comfortable. Let's sum up the most expensive watch I got to review by taking a look at the pros and cons as I see them. Starting with the pros, first and foremost, I absolutely love the story behind this watch. I used to fancy myself a world traveler when I was younger, and knowing that this watch was actually designed for a specific, boundary-breaking, world record-setting expedition speaks volumes to that part in me. If you scroll down Matthieu Tordeur's Instagram feed, which I strongly recommend you do, you can see highlights from the exceptional life he leads as a traveler, including a wrist shot of the Concordia on day 37 of his expedition to the South Pole. I mean, how cool is that? Looking at the watch itself, there's a lot to love about the Concordia. We have a watch made of all the right materials and with all the right traits you want to see, a timeless, elegant design that will not look out of place wherever you decide to wear it, while still being a robust tool watch built to withstand the elements. And it has all the credentials for doing so too. You get a neatly finished stainless steel case, an AR-coated sapphire crystal that would not get scratched, no less than 300 meters of water resistance, with a screw-down crown and a screw-down case back, with a cool commemorative design on it, a Swiss-made high-beat automatic movement, an anti-magnetic shield, excellent lume, and a great operating bezel. I love the classy, no-nonsense design and the color palette Charlie Paris used here with the contrasting pop of red color. I also like the eco-friendly approach to the packaging that is made of recycled materials. All that being said, the Concordia is not without its shortcomings, and there are a few things I would count as cons. First thing is the lack of lume on the bezel, which I've already mentioned. Next is the retethering of the crown, which I find a bit difficult to do, and I have mentioned in the past that I'm personally not a big fan of blue tinted AR coating. I find it a bit distracting. As for the price, well, you do get a lot for your money, including the story and everything I mentioned in the pros section. But I think the Concordia, while being a great watch, might struggle against some of the competition in this price segment. Not because it's not worth it, simply because it is less known. There are a lot of other great watches for around $800, but I would definitely suggest you look into this one as well. If you do want to look into it further, I will leave a link for you in the description of this video, where you can check the other watches in their lineup as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram and get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. If you've enjoyed this video, you might enjoy one of these two as well. I want to thank Charlie Paris for sending this watch in for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.